everybody, and today we will be looking at the Pinnacle of Evolutions mod. And I know before last video, I don't really even remember if I said it, but I did say I was going to work on I was going to say I was going to work on a big video. That is still coming out, but the creator of Pinnacle of Evolution actually not messaged me, he commented on my video and said I should check out the mod. And so I figured, okay, let's do it then. And first new thing, actually for me, is that I actually made the rust bucket. It's not perfect or anything, but it's still her. So I definitely wanna touch it up some more. When I actually get a chance to. Actually, hold on. Forgot to add the little wheels to the little buttons to the tires to make them look more like tires. But I do want to spice it up some more later on, but I just don't know how to because I'm not a Minecraft builder or anything, so I don't know how to make it look good, but I think I did a pretty good job. Anyways, now to actually get on to the aliens. So, the whole point of Pinnacle Evolution is that it's not ultimate evolutions. So, it's a similar concept, but it's different in how it's executed. Ultimate evolutions, I'm pretty sure they have it to where the aliens are ran through war. Their DNA is like ran through war to become like the most strongest potential for them. Pinnacle evolution makes it to where the aliens are actually what they would evolve to naturally. So this is much more of a natural evolution to the aliens. And so I'm definitely going to be excited to take a look at it because I haven't touched it because A, I honestly thought they weren't done. I don't know why I thought they weren't done. And B, I saw a video already be made on this, so I was just kind of like, people probably wouldn't want to see. But hey, the creator of the mod commented and said I should check it out, and multiple people did as well. So I'll bunk it. Why not just check it out? Anyways, to get the aliens or the evolutions is pretty easy. All you need to do is really have a normal Omnitrix, have the mod installed, of course, and as well you need to have the aliens maxed out. I tried to do it when they weren't maxed out and it just wouldn't let me transform. But once you have the aliens maxed out, all you need to do is you just go the alien. So the aliens that have it are Accelerate, Heat Blast, Diamond Head, Gray Matter, and Wild Mutt. I will be taking a look at all of them, but any of those aliens that I mentioned, you're just gonna want to go them, shift, then hit the detransform button, and you're going to ultimate evolution. Not ultimate, I just said it's not ultimate evolutions. You're going to get the evolved form of the alien, and this is really cool. So as you may notice, there are some, okay, ooh, need to slow down. There are not many differences between, okay, well, there isn't really anything different with his power set. So, as you can see, but his damage, I'm pretty sure, is increased, and as you can tell, his health is also increased. I actually haven't tested the damage yet, so yeah. Normal Accelerate does like 4 damage, while the Pinnacle Evolution Accelerate does 13? Holy crap! That's a lot. And as well, his speed punches do 10. I think actually normal Accelerate speed punches do less than 4. I can check real quick. So yeah, Accelerate's normal speed punches, they do like barely anything. That's because they're so fast. So the fact that the evolved Kinacelerin does 13 pretty much every time is crazy, bro. And as well, he has normal abilities. He can run on water. I'm pretty sure he is faster. I can't tell. Minecraft, in Minecraft, fast is fast. And okay. And as you can see, his tornado does like 15 damage. And actually, all the aliens work like this, where where if you don't see anything new, all you gotta do is click shift and a new ability is gonna appear. And so, dude, this animation is so cool. Dude, that is so cool. Oh my goodness, bro. I've never seen an animation like that. That's so cool. And also part of his lore. is actually that I don't even think I got into the lore. Hold on. So the thing about the pinnacle of evolution is that it's actually the Omnitrix from the original Ben, but it's been passed down to the next generation. And I'm not talking about the next generation like Ken or even his son after that or even his son after that, but I'm talking about millions of years into the future kind of generation. And so it really kind of just emphasizes that whole point of this being a natural evolution to the aliens rather than this just being some super strong power up compared to Ultimate Evolution, which I think is a nice little difference between the two. Is that one's more natural and one's straight up just combat based, which I really like and makes cool for whenever the Ultimate Evolution add-on gets released. But since this Omnitrix is from the past, it does have the past aliens. And because it's sent millions, well, not sent, but because it's now million years into the future, it has evolved the aliens, which is a really neat idea. So yeah, he's just a much more faster Kineceleran, and he actually has lore. And so he actually has his evolution described to where because he's always moving so fast, his body actually changed. So if you notice, his wheels are different than they were before, to where it's not the big giant balls, pause, but they're not the regular wheels. They're more lean and kind of electric. They are conductive from what I've heard, and they're more metallic, and they just look so much cooler. His body also, he straightened up his posture, W posture, and also he's lost his claws. So he's more has this lean aesthetic to him rather than this sharp aesthetic, and that's taken straight from the lore. Okay, so the next one we're going to be looking at is Wild Mutt. And Wild Mutt is one I didn't play around too much, so I'm actually about to see what he has in store for me. So, ooh, he's using like black and white. Okay, before I do the design reel, okay. So this is still, I don't want to say it's annoying graphic. It's very canonically accurate and everything like that. But it's not fun to play with or just fun to look at too much. And okay, you gotta do it 2 times. So he's just really a white Wild Mutt. But I still like the design. I like Wild Mutt, so I'm not gonna complain too much. And also, I forgot to mention, the Omnitrix actually turns to where it looks really nice, where you can it's kind of at an angle now. It's diagonally rather than just straight up, which I really like. And as well, as you can tell for Wild Mutt, he does have the same thing so before, where he just has this slash and this tailspin. Oh my goodness, bro! I didn't even realize he had a tailspin. And so that tailspin does 20 damage. That's crazy. And his regular slash does actually less than his regular punch. Because I'm right clicking right now for his regular slash. And this is his regular punch right here. I'm guessing because the regular slash hits multiple enemies at once, I'm pretty sure. And his quills do like 10. So just for comparison, Wild Mutt does like 8. And his bite does like 21.
Stupid.
They're not.
While the evolved Wild Mutt, his bite does 25. And his like regular fist do 16. Which is crazy for me. And as well, same thing, he gets more health, he gets more like armor resistance. And as well, if you click shift, he has more well, it looks like he kind of just has the same abilities to where dude, he could go invisible? Dude, is that invisibility? That is invisibility. Hold on, hold on. Dude, he could just go invisible? I didn't know that. Oh my goodness. See, I really did not play around with Wild Mutt. And as well, he has his basic dig, which it looks like it does more than his more blocks than his regular Wild Mutt because I'm pretty sure regular Wild Mutt does a 4x4 mine instead of what was that? 4x6 or 3x6? I can I am bad at math, okay? So Wildmutt does not have any lore, unfortunately. So I don't know how his evolution works, but from what I can tell or from what I can see, it looks like he has more of kind of a stealth thing going on, and he may have evolve this tail because, wild mutts, they are surprisingly good at climbing trees or just like swinging through trees. So maybe he evolved a prehensile tail for attack and also swinging through trees and stuff like that. So it looks like more of a stealth kind of thing just because of the invisibility. But dude, and the white. Next up we have is gray matter. So gray matter is this cool little dude. He's just like this little guy. And for I actually do know what a wild gray matter looks like. And not wild. Oh, evolved. I need to remember to say evolved in the ultimate. Evolved gray matter looks like, and it's a very it's a very disturbing thing, the tail, I say. I like it. It kind of reminds me like a tadpole's on the back of his head. And so he just kind of grew like it makes sense to me, at least. But it's just very weird seeing it move. Anyways, for his powers, as you can tell, he's quite more different than the rest. Where oh wait. Oh yes, he can fly. I didn't even know. Okay, so that way you don't have to worry about jumping. So obviously you can tell he has his telekinesis thing. Same thing as Wild Mutt. He doesn't have any lore out from what I can see in the Discord, unless I'm wrong. He doesn't have any lore out like Accelerate in the last two I'm about to get into. But from what I can tell, he definitely just had his brain involved to the max to where he's able to do telekinesis. Because he does have this little beam which does 12 damage. I don't even need to show you how much damage well, not Wild Mud. Gray Matter does because it's nothing. I'm wondering if he does anything. Oh, he does way more damage. Dude, that's so crazy. These guys are so OP. And as well, he has a little bind attack, it looks like. So a mind crash. So he may just be like doing something to their brain. Because let me get a because if I summon a husk and I start oh wrong button. So yeah, this is like 8 damage. And as you saw, he also has a telekinetic grab. So if you press B, oh, it just like shoots you towards. Ooh, and you can scroll with the mouse. I love it. Does it have like velocity? Okay, no, I don't think it does. Either it doesn't or I just did it wrong. But can you use that to? That's so cool. I love comboing attacks. Oh, shoot, sorry. And just to be clear, I don't dislike. Oh, I just noticed the icon at the bottom. He has a little smirk going on. But anyways, I don't. Just to be clear, I don't dislike gray matter because of his tail. I just think it's weird. So if you like it, then I'm glad you do. And I hope they don't change it because it's a part of him. That we have is Heat Blast. And so actually what I want to do is because I know a little bit about him. So what we're going to do for this is grab some raw beef. And then we're going to transform into the evolved, not Swampfire. Did I call him Swampfire before? If I did, I'm sorry. I meant Heat Blast. This is so cool. It reminds me of the I forgot what his name. I think it was Alpha from the Generator Rex and Ben 10 crossover because of the tail mainly. And also the face is kind of like gnarly too. And I loved how hunched over he is. I think that's because of the tail evolving in his back. But as you can tell, his flames now have this blue tinge to them. And he does like 18 damage. Normally he does like 9, I'm pretty sure. Or sorry, like 4 at most. And oops. And as well as you can see, he has his little fire tornado. And that does a lot of damage. And it's basic. It's basic. Ooh, it absorbs it into blue. So everything about him is just blue, which I don't dislike. Even his fireballs are blue, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's so cool, bro. I love blue flames. That's just me. So I automatically like this Heat Blast. So as you can see, he has an M ability to where he can, it looks like a furnace. So obviously that means he can smell, right? I haven't tested out. So he just cooked it like that, bro. So that is so OP, bro. Can you do it with anything? So let's say you have some raw iron and you have like a stack of it. Can you? That's so crazy, bro. This mod is so good. But he also has a shift ability to where there's nothing new per se. He does have this flame breath, which, hold on, does it have animation? I don't know, because the flame kind of covers it, but this is kind of cooler than a regular heat blast doing it because it looks like he has it just resembles more of a dragon to me because of because of how he looks. And also he has his flame shield to where they got rid of it in the new Alien Evo update. You probably already know this. I like the flame shield. I thought it was pretty unique, and but you know it's heat blast, so he doesn't really need a flame shield. But he does have this cool smelting ability that's crazy OP. So for this guy's lore, his whole thing is that he had to like basically fall, not fall, he had to. He fell into caverns, and so he had to move around rocks, if I'm reading that right. And due to that, his body became bigger and stronger. And because his body became bigger and stronger, he was able to intake more oxygen, which turned the fire blue. And as well, his rocks are now black because they mix with obsidian. And dude, that's just so cool. And so basically just a bigger, stronger heat blast. Finally, the one I'm low-key excited for because I saw he had a lot more abilities than the others. So I decided not to touch any of them. Here we have evolved Diamond Head. And so, quick disclaimer, if you go on to the Discord to get the mod, they do have a 1.1 version. I'm using 1.07. Did I say that right? Whatever. I'm using the 1.0.7. The 107. Oh my goodness. I'm using the 107, and the reason behind that is because apparently there's a little thing going on with Diamond Head's crystals kinesis, so I don't want to do anything, or I don't want to play it and not see how it actually works and assume that's how it's supposed to be, because this will be my first time ever playing with it. But anyways, as you can tell, he has the same ability. So basic V, boom, boom. He does a lot of damage. And as well, he has a nice little crystal shard attack. And as well, does the same diamond shards, which are probably just stronger than the regular version. And he also has a battle mode in this first version. And, ooh, I didn't even know you can use the crystal spikes with the battle mode. Anyways, dude, that's a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. And as well, he still has the buzzsaw shield. And so, you know, pretty much the same abilities, correct? But once you hold shift, you switch. So as you can tell, I got stronger. I mean, not stronger. As you saw, I got taller. So I'm going to do it again. If you shift and press M, you get a whole set of new abilities. You don't have to shift anymore. And dude, look how big he looks compared to before. And his crystals also grow bigger. Like, dude, he's so cool. And so he has just a completely new set of abilities. So as you can see, his N is still the same. And oops, okay, apparently I can get stuck in that. Oops. He no longer has his right click shards, but he does have two new abilities. To where he has basically Chroma Stone's little crystal blast, or not crystal blast, his chroma blast, whatever it may be called. And also he has a shield. And so, dude, it's Chroma Stone, but Diamond Head. And I think I personally prefer Diamond Head. I'm not a Chroma Stone hater, but I always preferred seeing Diamond Head. And so just being able to do all this is so cool. It's a shame you can't get the battle mode because if you already know, the 1.1 version of Alien Evil is out. And with that, Diamond Head got a new crystal sword texture, or not texture, a crystal sword model that looks so much better than the other one. And if this mode had it, I would be feeling like a beast with it. I also just noticed he starts growing extra crystals. So it's really only noticeable in the front, but as you can see, he grows extra crystal. He even grows some out of his Omnitrix, which is pretty funny. But let's see how he does against someone like the Wither. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me just do the blast. Let's see how much the blast does. You cannot say that's not insane damage. Oh my goodness. He just took out the Wither like that. Wait, hold on. Dude, he's flying? I didn't even know he can fly. Hold on. I was just jumping around. He's pretty slow though. Can he fly? Okay, so he can't fly in this form. But basically, oops. Whenever he's in big form, he can fly. Even though he's quite slow. But dude, he can definitely fly. Listen, I don't want to say he's the strongest, but we gotta test it out. I feel as if he is. So, can you not see me? Or oh, wait, you can just. Is this doing less damage to me? I can't tell. Oh wait, I'm absorbing his hits with my shield. As you can see, oh, I don't even know where I am. Dear, where am I? Dude, I just took him out in a couple of hits. I did not even need to back up or retreat. Dude, he is crazy powerful. He just took out the Warden like that. So originally I was going to have the last segment be I took on the Ender Dragon as Heat Blast, but I took down the Warden as Evolved Diamond Head, so you can probably figure out who won the Ender Dragon fight. So yeah, I'm actually just going to have this play in the background instead and end the video. So thank you for watching. Shout out to the mod creator for commenting on my video, saying to check out this mod. I appreciate anybody who shows any kind of support, no matter what kind of support it is, because commenting does help the channel. And also it's kind of cool having a mod creator comment on something that you make and you do Minecraft. So I know that feeling will never get old, and I hope I get the chance to have that. Basically what I'm saying is I hope I have the opportunity to have multiple mod creators comment under my stuff. And so yeah, that just leads me to say subscribe, like, comment. Like, again, comment anything. If you feel like I need to improve on something, let me know. I'm totally open to criticism. And it does help the channel out if you do comment. So again, if you liked it, or you just want to see something improve, you don't even want to like the video, you don't even want to subscribe, just comment. That does more than enough. So, and I appreciate it if you just comment. But I would love if you subscribe, because subscribing also does help a lot, because big channel, big stuff happens, and hopefully one day I could get a mic. Anyways, I'm rambling on. It's going to be something I do every time I end a video, and I have a lot of footage of me going against the Ender Dragon, so, I'm not going to make waste of it. Anyways, my point being, thank you if you got this far. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for getting this far. Thank you for supporting the channel. I did say before I'm working on a big project. Hopefully, if nothing else pops up, that's coming out after this video. Hopefully it comes out next week is what I'm planning on, but it's a long video I gotta cut down, so who knows. But I'm hoping this is a nice little, I don't want to say filler, because that means that filler makes it sound less important. Hopefully this is a nice video. That's what I'm gonna call it. And I'm glad I checked out this mod. I'm glad I didn't let someone else doing a video on this mod discourage me. But yeah, anyways, subscribe, like, comment. Everything's appreciated. Sharing is also really appreciated. I really need that. But no, seriously, thank you again for watching. I hope you have a great day, a great night, a great week, a great life. Peace, peace.